Binge.
Rampage.
Hey everyone, welcome back for some brand new content about the show that can turn just about anyone into a murderer, The Walking Dead. Warning, beyond this point, there are major spoilers for people who are not up to date in the Walking Dead television universe and comic book series, and even for those who are, as these spoilers are from the next episode that hasn't even aired yet. In this video, we're going to give you our binge breakdown of the promo trailer for episode 1105 of The Walking Dead. We are also going to give you our Rampage recap of some serious spoilers for the next episode that give away pretty much the entire plot. First, let's take a look at this trailer. The opening sequence starts with a shot that looks like it could have taken place before the fall of society. A bustling community full of civilians walking around without a care in the world is actually kind of jarring. The next shot shows the price of that freedom, a stormtrooper in a train station, and we hear Eugene say,
We can't stay.
Why can't they stay? After that, we see Zeke and Princess taking in their new surroundings before the trailer cuts to Yumiko entering a bakery, and apparently the Commonwealth has a lottery. All it takes is $1 and a dream, people. The trailer then shows a shot from inside the bakery, which must be Elodie's bakery, which is an Easter egg to the original reunion storyline in the comics meant for Michonne and her daughter, Elodie. But we'll come back to Yumiko and this storyline with her brother later during the spoiler section. Following that moment, the trailer cuts to Eugene and Stephanie. She is telling him she wants to help. Whatever help it is, it seems Eugene was the one asking for this help as he responds,
Are you sure?
We'll also be covering more of Eugene and his new lady friend later on in this video. The next few shots show us walkers outside of the walls of Alexandria before cutting to Rosita looking very sad down from above. After that, the trailer cuts to Judith and the Walking Dead Next Generation in training. Judith is going to turn all of them into killers. Following that, we see a repeat shot from the trailers of the kids thrusting their fake swords. The trailer then cuts to Aaron talking about fighting to save what's theirs in a generic speech, and it's edited to suggest that Aaron means saving the hilltop here, which we will cover more in depth later. We then get a better glimpse of some Aaron action shots that we've seen moments of previously in promos before seeing a brand new shot of Eugene in his default mode, nervous. The trailer then cuts to Stephanie, who looks kind of shocked also. Did Eugene just ask her on a date? After that, we get a much-needed dose of Jerry, who seems to be stringing someone up, which is kind of out of character for him, and it shows. It seems like Carol is overseeing the torture session, which is no surprise. What do you think? Who has the group captured? More on that one later. The following shot takes us over to Negan and Maggie, who are talking about trust. Forcing these two together for so long this season has actually been pretty interesting. We do have to give it up to Angela Kang for that one. Maggie shows Negan exactly why she can trust him with yet another knife throw before the action cuts away to someone coming down some basement stairs. Are those the ones that lead to the Hilltop jail cells? In the final shot, we see Negan's Whisperer mask and wonder what significance it has here, as we've seen this piece of Whisperer memorabilia in a few of the promos now. Why anyone needs this filthy mask for anything besides incineration is anybody's guess, and the trailer leaves us wondering about that as it ends and the AMC Plus card cuts in. So far, this installment of Season 11 has delivered on some serious action, and we're only halfway through. We hope that the storylines continue to get developed properly as we head into the break before Season 11B. The team at Binge Rampage is always monitoring for potential new spoilers, and we recently found a great Instagram profile called TWDUniverseNetwork, run by a guy named Mason. We looked through their past posts and found that they have accurately predicted episode events before the air dates before, so we believe the spoilers they have dropped for next episode are in fact accurate, but anything can happen. If you don't want full-on spoilers of this next episode, now is your last chance to leave. To be clear, what we're giving you here is our Rampage recap of these spoilers, but if you want to read them word for word, you will need to head over to the TWD Universe Network profile on Instagram. Make sure to follow them for future spoilers if you like what you read. The first storyline we'll talk about is Aaron's. Apparently, we get a killer dream sequence that features a bunch of past villainous groups from the series like the Wolves, the Saviors, and the Whisperers. Aaron then gets torn apart by these psychos and some walkers before waking up. The next morning, Aaron, Jerry, and some others go to the hilltop looking to clean up when they find Whisperers squatting in the hilltop's basement, which now explains the group that was ambiguously talked about in episode 5's description. Apparently, one of the Whisperers they find is the one that the group strings up, and Aaron actually lets a walker bite him and wants to kill all the other Whisperers. This seems out of character for Aaron. Maybe he spent too much time with Father Gabe playing games of chance. Carol actually talks Aaron out of the whole mass murder thing, which is also pretty bizarre. Eventually, we find out that one of the prisoners that Carol is nice to actually does have info that pertains to Connie. They know the location of the Screaming Cave. Sick. Which gets Carol pretty excited, and she wants to leave immediately. Aaron has to rein Carol in, and it seems that that's the end of that storyline for this episode. The next topic we want to cover is the Commonwealth. Eugene is getting to know Stephanie, but we find out that the Stephanie we have met is not the real Stephanie of the Commonwealth, as they apparently still don't trust the survivors, and rightfully so. So it seems like Eugene will be losing his Academy Award for Best Performance. Apparently, Eugene tries to enlist fake Stephanie or Feffany to help him use the radio, and that ends up getting the entire team, except for Yumiko, arrested. At some point, we do see the real Stephanie as she checks Eugene out, but this might be just some sort of blind date tactic where she decides whether or not to ghost Eugene. What do you think? Will Eugene hook up or get ghosted? During all of Eugene's clusterfuck, we actually get to see Yumiko's reunion with her long-lost brother Tommy. Apparently, he's never had to be outside the walls or struggle, which means he'll have a great understanding of the Commonwealth society, but no survival sense. Probably similar to Virgil. It is confirmed that he works at Elodie's bakery, but we don't know anything else about Yumiko's bro. The Alexandria part of the story mainly focuses on the kids, as Judith trains the others to fight. Some teenagers supposedly end up picking on Judith and tell her that it's her fault that her mother abandoned her. What the fuck? These apocalyptic teenagers can really suck sometimes. Teen angst can hurt, especially on The Walking Dead. To top off Judith's bad day, she supposedly also has to deal with a treasured memento between her and Carl being broken, which then pushes her over the edge about everything else monumentally bad that has happened since she's been born. Rosita ultimately comforts Judith, but this does seem like a powerfully strong and sad moment in the episode. Finally, we're going to cover Negan and Maggie's storyline. The duo apparently argue some more. Big surprise there, and Negan wants to leave with some supplies. Maggie allegedly punches him, sweet, and tells him that that's not happening and that he can't have any supplies before Gabe and Elijah show up. We're really glad to know that Elijah is okay after the Reaper fight. The two showing up get Negan to stop trying to leave and to stick with the group because he's no dummy and knows their strength in numbers. Those are the last of the spoilers, and thankfully for our survivors at least, there's no deaths. What do you think? Will Negan and Maggie stay together to finish this suicide mission, or are they one fight away from deadly consequences? How will this tiny group take down the Reapers? Is Daryl the key? Thanks so much for watching our videos, everyone. As always, we're on the lookout for any new leaks or spoilers to help prove or disprove all the theories out there about our favorite show where flesh-eating zombies just blend into the background, The Walking Dead. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Binge Rampage. Click the notifications bell for our channel so you can see our next video as soon as it comes out. And don't forget to subscribe.
We run into the battle. We run into the fire.